Hi, I'm Dorian Owens, and I want to talk to you about the way that we handle situations in society today. There seems to be a fundamental breakdown on those who we hold accountable and those who we let go. And it doesn't just seem to be at the very bottom of society, it seems to reach to our upper echelons of government. And just prime examples are the removal and firing and resigning of section chiefs and section heads of various government agencies, all the way down to the bottom, where you take your normal McDonald's working relationship, where one person forgets to put a fall slip sign out after they mop the floor. The floor gets mopped, that person accidentally walks in, slips, boom, lawsuit. But the person who forgot to put the sign on is not the one who's held accountable. They're not removed. Sometimes it's the manager, sometimes it's the district manager, sometimes it gets up into the upper echelons of court, and it becomes a CEO board type situation. So we have to ask ourselves, what's really going on here? Why are we holding others accountable for the actions of the person responsible? And is it a type of PR situation? Is it a I don't like you, so I'm going to hold you accountable for the people underneath you? I'm not really sure, but we have to understand here is that with responsibility and prestige and higher positions comes a little bit of give and take where you are held directly responsible and accountable for the actions of others. But should it be that way? The fact that it is that way, what are we teaching our children? What are we teaching society as a whole? Is it kind of one of those things where, hey, you can get away with doing something and someone else is going to take the fall for you? You know, and what does that say about us as individuals? Are we so selfish and so negligent as to pass on our actions to someone else just so we can skate free for the next day? I mean, it's becoming very cutthroat, and it's just not an American thing, and it's not a European thing only. This is around the world. You can call it an adult temper tantrum. And when we accept these ideals, and when we think that this is okay, what message are we conveying to the future generation that's coming up behind us? Social responsibility kind of ties directly into wanting to be socially acceptable. And I think that's where the problem is rising, is that social acceptance. We're kind of losing the idea and the belief that it's okay to have your own ethical and moral outlook on life. So what does that mean? How can we go from doing whatever we want to making sound ethical decisions? Well, we can start by taking a step in the right direction. We can make sound decisions that do not harm anyone else, that do not take away from someone else. And we can say, hey, I choose to be an adult. I choose to be a role model. I'm not going to let this generation only look at TV and see how to do things. Because when we look at TV, what do we really see? We see people who, let's take the Secret Service. Right now, the Secret Service for the last 3 years has had tons of scandals and tons of resignations from other individuals who had nothing to do with the scandal. What does that teach the Secret Service? And more so, what does that teach our public society? Hey, you can do these things and it's okay. We'll write you up. But this person who's worked for 35 years to get to the position that they're at now has to be removed. I don't agree with that. I think that we need to hold everyone accountable for the decisions that they make, hold everyone accountable for what they do, and show America, show the world that it's not okay to do these things, to walk around and act excited. Nothing good comes from that. That's selfish. And it's time for us to stop being selfish and get back to the fundamental beliefs of what this country was founded for. You make your decisions and you're held accountable for those decisions. No one else. Thank you for your time. I really hope you enjoyed this short, brief message. And if you want to talk about it, my email address is dbo2224@gmail.com. Always open to debate. Always love to hear your side. Thanks again, guys, and have a wonderful week. God bless.